first question I have for you is, when doing some research on you, I found that you are a member of the University of Houston golf team. What are some qualities and lessons that you took with you from that team into your broadcasting career?
Well, the golf team at the University of Houston was vitally important to my life. It still is. I met the greatest group of friends that I could ever have. I learned how to work together as a group, trust one another, lift one another on each other's shoulders. And I was just very blessed to be at Houston overall and to be on the Houston golf team under Dave Williams, who was just a legend. And to live in the dorms, live on campus, some of the greatest years of my life for sure were right there at Houston.
That's awesome. I love to hear it. My second question for you is, you attended the university during the Bill Yeoman era. Can you speak about the legacy he left on the university, since he's the longest tenured coach and the most winningest in program history?
Well, I knew Coach Yeoman really well. He called everybody coach, by the way, and he just had such a positive personality, an uplifter. And he is really the father of the University of Houston football program. He is the man. It all starts with Bill Yeoman. And some of the things that he was able to pull off during his long tenure there at our school, we need hours to talk about it. But Coach
Right.
Coach Yeoman made the program, and he
Yeah,
was innovative. And he came out of West Point, where he was the first two-time captain in the history at Army, the history of West Point, to be a two-time captain of the football team. Of course, he lives forever in the College Football Hall of Fame. But he came down to Houston from Michigan State, and he brought with him this newfangled offense and an approach called the veer offense. And he had great success. And he was presiding over the program at some very pivotal times in our school history, one of which was our inclusion into the Southwest Conference back in 1977. And Coach Yeoman took a team of upstarts, put them into a conference with the likes of Texas, and Texas A&M, and Arkansas, and Texas Tech, and Baylor, and TCU, and SMU. And all we did was go into the conference the very first year and won the league. We won it 3 of the first 4 years and played in the Cotton Bowl, which was the reward to the conference champion back in those days. So Bill Yeoman was magic. He brought so much success to the Houston program, so much respect. He was beloved by all of us Cougars. But nationally, people looked at our program and knew this was all about Bill Yeoman, and he was so respected all across the college football landscape.
Yeah, he's not only a legend in the university, but a legend to college football and all over. Here's a fun one for you. So just like you, Mr. Nantz, Case Keenum is another superstar at the university. Talk to me about what it meant to call his first NFL game and how you were bragging to guys like Phil Simms about what a talent he was for the university as the hometown kid.
Well, thank you for actually even knowing that, but I'm proud to call Case a fellow Cougar. And during his time, he set records. He set passing yardage records that will be hard to beat at the Division I level, with over 19,000 passing yards. But Case didn't have the easiest route initially in his pro career to getting to be a starting quarterback, but he had his first start years ago for the Texans at Kansas City, and I was just thrilled to be able to be there for the first time that he was under center as a starter. Stayed in touch ever since. He's made a great career for himself in the NFL. His longevity speaks for itself. He's again reps us so well with his leadership, his knowledge of an offense, his support of his teammates, and that's why his career's been extended as long as it has. He's reliable. He's smart. He's a wonderful teammate. It's great to have him in the quarterback room and have his wisdom and perspective. So short of it is, Case Keenum is one of the great Cougars of all time.
Oh, absolutely. I'm definitely a big fan of his, watching him for the Cougars and for the Texans. So what specific values and principles do you think define the UH football program?
Toughness, innovation, underdogs. I mean, we've been all of these things. We play with a chip. We truly do. We play with a chip on our shoulder. I'm so excited about the immediate future of the program and what Coach Willie is going to bring to the team. He's already overperformed in my mind in his first season. And to beat the likes of TCU and Utah and Kansas State, to get 3 conference wins on a year that's definitely a rebuild year, it's exciting. But I think that no matter what generation you're talking about of Cougar football, uh, we play the role of the underdog quite well. We've done
Absolutely.
remarkable things, and I like being the underdog. And I think once we get things settled in here at the Big 12 level, we could be a force. We could be a dominant force in that conference. And
Absolutely.
how quickly? I don't think it's as far as you think. I think that we give Willie and his administration a chance to go recruit right in our own backyard, get kids to stay, get kids that are Houston proud, who want to stay home and bring winning football. I mean, we're playing big time football. Thank heavens that we're in the Big 12. It's a great thing for us. And the best is yet to come. I've been there through so many different times. The Andre Ware Heisman years, our Cotton Bowl loss to Notre Dame. I was sitting in the stands for that one. That's something that's got to be a part of your piece. Or those Cotton Bowl games against Maryland and Boston College and Nebraska. And then the one that unfortunately gets played back all the time that hurts a little bit is the 35-34 loss to Notre Dame on January 1, 1979, the Ice Bowl. But the best is yet to come. I could see us having the same kind of success that Kelvin's had with our basketball program. I can see our football program becoming a national power as well. And I can't wait to be there to watch it all unfold.
Oh, absolutely. I agree. We've hit the mountaintop a lot of times with Case and, back in our past, and I think we're ready to achieve that again. So you actually covered a couple of my questions. Can you kind of speak a little bit more on Andre Ware since he was our only Heisman winner?
Well, to say he's the only Heisman winner, it's just there's a lot of schools that love to say they have one. And
Right.
we're so fortunate to have Andre, 1989, win the Heisman. Of course, he came out of Dickinson. He's a local kid, so to speak, and he ran an offense, the run and shoot. We were so exciting back in those days, the way we ran up and down the field. Jack Pardee came in and brought a whole new kind of excitement to the program. And I mean, Andre had a magnificent career. I'm so proud of Andre, what he's done in the broadcasting business since he left the NFL. And I just think it's really great that we have a Heisman Trophy winner. It's rare. It's just really rare. There are some schools, excuse me, there are some schools like USC, Notre Dame, they've had multiple Heisman Trophy winners. So when you take the pool of Heisman winners, Heisman goes back to, I believe, Jay Berwanger in the 30s was the first to ever win it. It's rare. It's just another thing that shows the potential of the University of Houston. We played in all these Final Fours. We played in these massively important bowl games. We have a Heisman Trophy winner. We have the most decorated golf program in the history of college athletics. And we have track and field superstars like Carl Lewis and Leroy Burrell. It goes on and on. I mean, our list of people that have come through our athletic department is awesome.
Oh, absolutely. Our school is decorated with just super talented athletes. So speaking of Final Fours and March Madness, the university obviously honored you against Kansas at the Fertitta Center. What did that mean for you to get honored by your alma mater?
Well, it still feels a little unreal to know that there's a banner inside the Fertitta Center. That was one of my favorite days of all time. I had all my kids there, surrounded by my family. We happened to beat Kansas by 30 points that day. 30. And at halftime, I saw all my old running mates from the basketball team. See, my career really started through the basketball team. I was the public address announcer and the host of the Guy Lewis Show, recording, I believe, in that very studio where you're sitting today. That's where my career began. And there I was having a banner raised with the likes of Akeem and Clyde and Michael Young, Elvin Hayes, and Don Chaney, who's on the way. Of course, Guy Lewis, Dwight Davis, Dwight Jones. It was amazing. But I'm so indebted to the school in so many ways, and specifically the gateway for me was through the basketball program, and I live and die by the Cougars. I do in all of our sports. But with our basketball team, I don't miss a game. If it's not on national television or ESPN Plus, I'll find a copy of the game and I'll watch it. So um, it's brought me a lot of joy. And I cover sports, so I have to be neutral. I have to be right down the middle.
Right.
But if people say, "Well, what's your team?" Well, who's your favorite team? My favorite team is the team that's wearing red and white, the
Oh
University of
yeah.
Houston, whatever the sport is. I'm all in.
Absolutely, go Cougs. So I watched your documentary for the game of the century between the Cougars and the Bruins, and I just wanted to ask you, what do you think it means, not only for the university itself, but for you obviously to get the honor of being able to lead it? Since CBS, or like CBS obviously gave you that opportunity to lead it and host it at your alma mater.
Oh, that the show that we did. I got you. Yeah, well, that was very cool. We had like the premiere right on campus, and Elvin was there, and the rest of his teammates. It was a special night. That show did a great service to our school, and Dick Enberg was there that night. He had called that game. He has now since left us, and again, yet another thing that this school has is its ties to so many big monumental things that have happened in the sports landscape, not just basketball and football, but on this occasion to be the ones, thanks to Guy Lewis, who hatched the idea to have a basketball game inside of a dome. People thought he was crazy. It became really the single game that popularized on a national grassroots level the game of college basketball to America. And we won that game. And there it was in the Astrodome, a floor sitting out in the middle of the dome. It wasn't staged like Final Fours are today. People were sitting way back. But we have a lot of those guys from that team that are still around and still care deeply about everything that's happening with their school.
Oh yeah, Mr. Trupiano actually showed me the documentary in class, and man, I just gotta say it was fantastic.
Oh, thank you, man. Appreciate you.
I don't want to take up too much more of your time, so I just have one final question. I myself aspire to be a sports broadcaster, and I look up to you as a role model, and so I would just like to ask if you have any advice for me.
Just go out and get experience, man. I'm proud of you for doing this, getting the chance to get experience. It's all about reps and the different views of the business. Try the best you can through the school to get access to visit with some of these visiting production teams that come in. They're not going to give you a chance to call the game right now, but they can give you the chance to watch the inner workings of a production and a broadcast. I would be trying to take advantage of every opportunity that you can get your hands on to be around the media. Just be around the media, soaking it all in, being a young, inquisitive broadcaster to see the inner workings of the business. That's what I did long before I got a chance to really have an on-air career. I was watching the way a show comes to life, how they prepare for it, and what everybody's role is in it, meeting great people. So the classes are important. I don't want to minimize that, but in this industry, it's much bigger than a GPA. It's about
Absolutely.
experience. The experience
Absolutely.
is the key. You're gonna graduate. You probably graduate with honors. You'll have that diploma. But in our industry, no one ever really cares to see it. They
Right.
don't care what your GPA is. I hate to say that. They want to know what it looks like on your reel. What are your experiences and how can you perform? We're a performance-based business.
Mhm.
So learn how to uh, absorb how everybody does their part and what they're doing. Experiences while you're in school. Key, really key.
Absolutely. Thank you, Mr. Nantz. I appreciate the
Yeah,
time.
wish you all the best, man. I'll be looking out for you.
Yes, sir. Thank you so much.
Go get some experience more. Okay.
Yes, sir.
Please, everybody, my best.
Go Cougs.
Love my Cougs, man. Right there. Thank you.
Absolutely. Yes, sir.
See
Thank
guys.
you.
All best. Bye-bye now.